Okay, so let's talk about failure. I absolutely face planted into failure this week. I began on Saturday of last Saturday, writing more backstory for my character because I felt like the backstory that I gave her wasn't strong enough for her to leave her entire world and move to this really small town. So I did a classic writing mistake. I put too much of my own backstory into her backstory, and then I was a blubbering mess. I was crying at a restaurant, just thinking of the backstory that I was doing because I transcribed. So I was just like eating and transcribing, and then I didn't, then I lost my appetite and I didn't want to eat anymore, and I was crying, and it was embarrassing. I didn't write at all this week. In case you're wondering, this is the third week of WWHD where I am determined to get to 140 by the time I am 60. I am 59 now. I turned 59 on March 30th, and next March 30th I want to be 140. Writing, I want to write a novel in 1 year. Health, I'm doing Zumba every day, and I'm walking. Debt, didn't quite do that well on debt. I ate out like 3 times. I think I got stir crazy this week with the depression, the self-induced depression of writing, and then I didn't write for Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. And finally it dawned on me on Wednesday, after I kind of had I kind of took a breath and stopped being so melodramatic, that the new backstory that I created for my character really doesn't work and is overly dramatic and way too basic, I guess. And it doesn't fit the tone of what I'm going for, which is really just lighthearted fluff. I like Nora Roberts. I like, oh God, what is her name? I like Stephen King, Dean Koontz, that kind of writing. Fluff, just easy. Really good stories, kind of fluff. I am not overextending myself at all. I'm not trying to be too heavy-handed on it, because whenever you're writing a rough draft, you're just like writing stuff. But whenever you write stuff that is so not aligned with what you were wanting to do, you just have to take it out. And then the whole tone of her entry, her interactions, who she interacts first with, where she goes first, the whole direction of the story shifts, and you just have to do some things over. Otherwise it just doesn't work. So no writing. Gained 2 pounds. Spent a little bit more money than I wanted to. I did okay with health. I am not in shape at all. And I do these like 15-minute Zumba things. This YouTuber called Burpee Gal, B-U-R-P-E-E, gal or girl? I think girl. Who just starts the video like that, and all of a sudden you're doing it, and then she stops, and then that's it. So that's what I'm doing, and that's how I've been. So I failed. Anyway, I am going to start writing again. I'm building the backstory, and then I'm trying to, with the new backstory now, I'm thinking, well, should I change my first scene? Think, what is the best appropriate entrance? I'm gonna get back on that writing horse, edit this video, because I'm still intent. I'm still gonna write a book before my 60th birthday. I'm still gonna pay off all my bills, get down to 140, exercise every day, eat better, and stop drinking so much. Even in failure, there are things to learn. I really try to examine why I'm doing the things I'm doing. Now, I feel better about myself, like my character. I changed my character from having left her old life like in shame, defeated, frightened, but now she's just kind of drifting in between. She was a photojournalist, and she lost her job, her name is mud. She had to sell her condo, but she still has some money. So now I'm starting her backstory a little bit more playful, you know? She's doing van life. I mean, she's in her, like, I'm putting her like in her early 30s, like 32. And while I want to do van life, I genuinely believe that people who are kind of in the middle of their life, I mean, I can see young kids going to van life before they settle down. And then older people doing van life because, you know, now they're having fun. They can. But people in the middle, like late 20s to early 40s or early 50s, in that age set, I genuinely believe something has ruptured. Something has gone wrong. And they're on a quest now. And it's quite romantic to be on a quest, but I'm not going to stay there with her very long. I'm just going to have the opening scene be her waking up, rest drop, brushing her teeth and doing a horse bath in the restroom. And then she's on her way to Big Ben. And on the way to Big Ben, she goes to my town. I'm calling my town Solara right now. I might change that. I think you like her better. I mean, that is the whole point of starting a book. You instantly like this person. You're instantly wondering, why are they there? I like her better. She is now more independent. Yeah, she's lost everything, but she stood up for what she believed in. And now she's going to start, you know, she's on a journey that she doesn't intentionally expect to end at this town. That's just how it works out. I'm babbling. Last week I was just so down. Just so self-centered and self-serving. Self-serving with my little mommy and daddy issues. And that's how WWHD 3 went. I'm going to edit this video, take out all of the blahs, and I'll see you next week for WWHD 4. See you later. Although I did tank myself in the writing aspect of this whole week, I have to say I did do my Zumba right up until I started mowing my lawn on Thursday. I'm mowing right now. I got two right around there, and I'm gonna trim those trees and get that underbrush or whatever, the low-hanging trees, the low-hanging limbs. Then I'm gonna finish up the mowing. Just need that little back piece right there. I'm just doing the backyard today. But then I'm going to shower. Woo! I am aromatic. I finished up my Zumba on Saturday and Sunday, but of course there was no writing.